time is it?
Time on deck is 06:26.
What time were we supposed to go fishing?
6:26.
6:26 or 5:26?
Good morning, YouTube. It was a late night. But we will be slapping bass today.
At 6:26 and not 5:26.
Have you shown them the weather?
What does the weather have to do with whether or not we're going to go fishing at 5:26 or 6:26?
Better late than never.
If we don't catch anything, I'm going to blame it on you. All right, so what are we doing today?
Well, we're going to throw some frogs. Temperature outside is 50 degrees.
What's the temperature been like, though, lately?
High 80s, low 90s.
It's been, like, beautiful all the
Gorgeous.
way up until today and yesterday.
And this guy picks the only weekend to get a hall pass when it's nasty outside.
It's been like awesome outside all week long. I mean, we're talking perfect frog weather, flipping and pitching. And the day I choose to go and fish, we get
Rain.
60% chance of rain. We're gonna get blown off the water. And that is my luck. That's my life now. I mean, we're talking the water temperature should probably be in the low 70s if we were maintaining the air temperatures that we've had. And now we've got crap. I'm gonna throw some Copper's Live Target and
This little guy right here. Copper's Live Target, black and tan. Probably the best frog ever made.
without a doubt, that is the best frog ever made.
Hands down.
I think Chad and I would both agree that not only is that the best frog ever made, that is the best color. For whatever reason, they love that color, right?
Around here they do.
All right, so I brought my flipping stick, my frogging rod, my 714 to throw some jigs and to throw some Senkos, and I brought my 5-power crankbait rod just in case there's some open water if I want to throw a square bill crankbait or a lipless crankbait. I wouldn't have brought those last two if this weather wasn't so crappy, but since it is crappy, I had to have some alternatives just in case they weren't going to come up on that frog.
Find it on Amazon for about $350. Totally worth it.
Get a Jackson.
Get it.
Bring it in. Choked it. All right. That's a beast. Fat old chunk. Nice fish. Took it down. Nice fish. Whoa, let go of my thumb, dude. Man, I thought on that one I got caught up on some weeds because it was right here. There's this weed line right here and it kind of drops off, and I caught both of them right on this ledge right here where it kind of just drops off and on the weed line. But I thought I got snagged up on some weeds, and I saw his black line, his lateral line flash in the water, so I knew I had something. right at the very end. Jeez. Man, he's fatty. Nice. Another one. Jeez. That's a good looking bass right there. That little guy? I wouldn't worry about that little guy.
Oh shit, right fucking there. I watched it. Recording?
Yep. Is that the Gan spinnerbait?
Yep.
Is that baby bass color? Oh, that's a nice one. Nice. I was gonna say they have so much color. I caught one that was orange earlier.
So did I. They look like summer bass.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, it was like the perfect cast. I casted it this way, that way it would get in between. Huh? And wind took it and put it right into there. And, yeah. Kind of like that, but that one's too much to the left. Another one.
Another one?
Yeah. Get out of those weeds.
Out of those damn weeds.
Look at that. Just barely got him on his lip.
Yeah, we got orange stuff.
Looks decent.
How orange that is. Dark. That's
Yeah,
black.
it's insane. Holy crap. This is huge. Stay on there. Oh my god. This thing is a beast. It's 5 pounds right there. Oh my god. Look at that. Thing's beast. Woo! Look at that thing. shredding them on that LVRTO by Lucky Craft. God, I thought I was stuck in weeds there. Yeah. That's the Gans Hummer jig with a Whack-'em tater bug. That's the smaller tater bug, actually. One of the best crawdads, in my opinion, that I've ever used. Chad, look at this thing. Good grief, this thing is enormous. Yes! Oh my God, look at him. Crushed it. Look at that thing, man. Jeez. Got a length of 20 inches on him. Good grief. Yes. Oh my God. Got that one on that jig again.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
You see the sound thing right there? I'm making sure it's on. I would say between the two of us, what do you think? 30 fish?
Easy.
Oh yeah, and the weather sucked.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
We beat him up.
Yeah, we beat him up pretty bad. You caught the fish habitat equivalent of a meth addict fish, though. Those are the ones that you were catching.
Skinny, pale, asked me for 20 bucks before I let him go.
At the beginning of the day, actually, Chad casted his first cast, actually caught a fish.
Gans Performance Tackle,
It's their
baby bass, half-ounce willow blade spinnerbait.
That's their stiletto spinnerbait, and you said half ounce, right?
Half ounce.
That's a half ounce stiletto spinnerbait with no trailer on it. That bait actually works extremely well, even without a trailer on it. No trailer hook.
No trailer hook.
I don't think I've ever used a trailer hook on their spinnerbaits. So they still crush the hell out of them. I was not catching them in the very beginning. He was targeting them from the beginning with that spinnerbait, and right off the bat started catching them. We both went out there with the intention of catching them on frogs. We both got blown up on frogs, but we couldn't haul them in. The blowups that we had were small fish because they weren't like these huge aggressive blowups. They were just kind of like slapping at it. I actually, by happenstance, brought a lipless crankbait with me, the Lucky Craft LVRTO. And I brought that with me just in case they weren't going to go with the program. So I brought the lipless crankbait with me and I started fan casting it, and I actually caught a few and started targeting them on weed lines that were maybe about 5 feet off. So I would cast way past the weed line, bring it back, and within about, I would say 10 to 5 feet is when I would get bit most of the time on this lipless crankbait. And as you can see, you can actually see that they crushed the hell out of this lure. I want to say this is T.O. Gill. I've used this lure several times in my videos before, and this bait in this color is extremely productive at the body of water that we went to today. That was a very lucky choice for me to actually bring that. The other bait, when we got to around noonish, I started throwing this jig. This is the Hummer jig by Gans. A Whack-'em tater bug as the trailer on it. Whack-'em, I don't even think makes this lure anymore. I've tried to contact them several times to get them to send me some more of these things because I only have a small reserve of them left. This is the best crawl bait that I've ever used. In fact, Chad's used it and he's had success on it. It's a really, really good lure. I tried to replace it with something that I know is sustainable from Tackle Warehouse, but I can't find any other crawl that's as good as this one. I started throwing that and kind of bringing it through like a swim jig, which is not really weird. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's really not that weird considering you were catching them on a spinnerbait and I was throwing that like a swim jig, and it's pretty much kind of the same thing. It's still a reaction bite. I wasn't dragging it on the bottom. In fact, every bite that I got was not on the bottom like a traditional jig. Very productive day on the water. 30 bass between the two of us, or give or take a couple, and I think we had at least a couple that were within that 5-pound range. So really good day on the water, guys. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. In fact, you can follow him on Instagram and Facebook. I'll leave the links down below so you guys can do that as well. And stay tuned for the next videos. Thanks a lot, guys.
Slapping bass.